Hello everybody, my name is Jake Whip, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the BR Media Glitch Title Pack in DaVinci Resolve. We're going to be walking through how to install the titles and the sound effects, how to use the titles and sound effects, and then the best tips and tricks. So without any further ado, let's take a look. So I have downloaded my files from the BR Media website, and the first thing that I'm going to do is extract the zip folder. And now that I have an extracted copy, I'm going to go ahead and open this. In this file, you can see that we have a sound effects folder as well as a DRFX file to actually install. If I double click on the DRFX file and switch over to DaVinci Resolve, you can see that there's going to be a prompt asking us if we want to install this pack into the system. Click on install and give DaVinci Resolve a little bit to work. After doing that, go up to your effects library, come down to titles, go to BR Media, and then come down to glitch titles. And you can see all 15 of the glitch titles are showing up in the effects library. Now to add one of these in, all we need to do is click on it up here and drag it down into the timeline. Upon doing that, we can hit play and you can see we have a really cool glitch effect already on the timeline here. If we open the inspector, we can see all of the different controls that we have. Now, each glitch title has 5 different glitch variations in it. By default, they are all set to glitch 1, but we can use the drop-down menu to select the different glitch types. And upon doing that, it's going to show us all the different controls that we need to customize that one. So if we switch through all of these, you can see we have a bunch of different customization options for each glitch effect. If I have my playhead towards the beginning of the composition, I can actually see what the glitch effect is when I switch it to a different one. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do here, and once you start customizing it, you can make one completely unique. Once you find a glitch effect that you like, you can then change the glitch scale, in this case the delay, and even the direction. So if I want, I can come down and do a custom direction, and then change the angle at which this is going to glitch onto the screen. Then below that, I have the text controls, so I can come in and put anything I want here. I'm just going to do BR Media Pro. I can also change the font position of all that, but I'm just going to leave that as the default for now. So if I go to the beginning of the composition, you can see that there's a bunch of different colors inside of this glitch effect. So if I come down here, I can change all of these colors. So for example, I could make this one like a nice red. Let's do it right about there. I can make the next one like a yellowish color, and then make the final one an even lighter blue. And now, just like that, I have a totally custom glitch effect. Now below that, I have the glow settings. So I can change the glow size as well as the glow intensity. And with each of the colors in the glow, I can also just turn it off with just the click of a button. And finally, we have the animation controls, which is going to be one that's going to show up on every glitch effect. This one allows me to choose whether the animation animates in or just animates off. And in addition to changing the length of the clip, I can change how long the animation takes. So if I want the glitch to happen over 10 frames, I can just type in 10, and by the 10th frame of the composition, it's going to be completely done animating. And you can see in just a few minutes, I've made a completely custom glitch effect that suits my project. We also have a couple different types of glitch titles. So for example, glitch title 2, it has the same glitch effects built in, but this time it has a different layout. In the text node, I can use the right on controls right here to change which ones have the outline and which ones are solid. There's also titles that we have that have multiple pieces of text. And what's really cool is each of the glitch effects is going to update based on the size of the text. So no matter how much text you have, the animation is always going to be perfect. Now sometimes these 15 versions of text are not going to be enough. So we thought of that. If you want to apply it to a logo, your own text, or even a video, you can do that as well. Here I have the BR Media logo. And this is an important thing to note here. If you're working with something like this, and you use any of the controls in the inspector to scale it down, you need to convert it to a Fusion composition before you apply the effect. Otherwise, you're going to run into a ton of issues. So once you get the final size and positioning of the logo, right-click, do New Fusion Clip. And now, after doing that, I can go to the Effects tab, come down to BR Media, and then get the glitch effects. If I click on the BR glitch effect, I can drag it down and just drop it right on this clip. And upon doing that, you can see it already has a really cool glitch animation, making it glitch on and off. If I go up to the inspector and then the effects tab, I have all of the controls that I had in the normal title controls. Minus the text, of course. This allows you to create truly custom glitch effects in just a couple of minutes. Now, when you try and play these back, it's not always going to be buttery smooth playback, because there is a lot of processing that goes behind the scenes to make sure it all works properly. So there's 2 ways to get smooth playback. The first one is going to be to enable caching in DaVinci Resolve, and the second one is going to be to render it in place. So to enable caching, if we go up to playback, come down to render cache and set this to be user, you can see it's automatically going to draw a red line across a glitch title, and once this turns blue, that means it is cached and is ready to be playback. And you can see since this section is blue, once I hit play, it's going to play back buttery smooth. The other way to do it is right-clicking and then doing render in place. Now, if you want to keep the transparency behind the text so that way you can put a video or picture behind it, you need to make sure to select QuickTime, do the codec as DNxHR, and then click render. You have to select the file location, but then in just a couple seconds, it is going to render out the title. But now that we have our glitch animation done, it's still missing something. So let's add in some sound effects to level up the title. So to import the sound effects into DaVinci Resolve, come up to the sound library, click the three dots here, and then click add library. Navigate to the download and then just select the sound effects folder and it'll import all of the sound effects. Now I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it in the video, but once you have all of them imported, you can just come up to the sound library and just search glitch. Now there's 48 different sound effects to choose from, and we have 3 different lengths for each of them. There is a 0.5, a 1 second, and a 2 second. So because I'm using glitch title 3, rather than just looking for glitch title 3 and then putting that one on, what I like to do is take a bunch of sound effects and combine them together to make a unique glitch sound effect for each title. For example, this animation is about 1.5 seconds long. What I'll do is grab a 1 second sound effect, I'll also grab a 0.5 second sound effect, and I'll just put a couple together until I get something that looks really good. And at the end, I can just use the same glitch effects if I'd like. Otherwise, you can create an entirely new glitch sound effect as well. So that wraps it up for the glitch title pack. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Billy. And make sure to check out some of the other packs in the BR Media Pro store. They're all built to make customizing them super easy and save you a ton of time in the editing process. But that's all for now. Enjoy creating glitches in DaVinci Resolve.